Hey, Better Babes, it's Jonathan Van Ness, and welcome back to Getting Better. Queer Eye Season 10 is upon us, and I am in the midst of a seasonal transition in my life, or a pivot, as we say. There is someone who I adore, respect, look up to, and celebrate that threaded the needle on their pivot so well, I gotta have them on the pod to find out about it. So, this is all about pivoting with Adam Rippon. Adam pivoted from figure skating to entertainment, and now he's opening his own med spa. I love a pivot. I also love figure skating. He also has his own podcast with Ashley Wagner where they talk about figure skating. So as much as today is gonna be about pivoting, it's also gonna be a lot about figure skating. So strap in. I love you guys so much, and let's get to our conversation with Adam. Adam, how are you?
Jonathan, I am so good. I feel like the last time we saw each other was at the Javits Center.
Was it?
Yes. I think
what were we doing there?
I think we were both about to begin like a book tour at the same time.
That happens there all the time at the Javits Center.
I know. They have American Idol auditions and then our books.
Well, one thing that I really like to remember about our relationship is that one day when we figure skated together, because that was like one of the best days of my life.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're coached by like one of my favorite people in the entire world.
I literally just did the hair for her wedding.
I know. She looked so
She's a fucking
beautiful.
married woman.
I know.
And I was really proud of myself for because I invited myself to the family pictures to make sure that the hair looked really good. And I was really proud of myself for not making it about me, which was like really hard.
Really
I was really
brave.
background and supportive.
Yeah.
So many figure skaters were there too.
I can only imagine.
So now when someone says Adam, what are you up to? How do you define your work now?
I mean,
you lead with that. Just a nice deep sigh.
I usually kind of roll my eyes, and I usually what I'll say is I work in entertainment now, which only leads to more questions. So I feel like the thing that I do the most consistently is work on Olympic sports. I've been really lucky to the first Olympics that I ever covered was the Tokyo Olympics, which is so crazy because sometimes there's this footage of people competing in the gymnastics, and then there's one green NBC polo in the audience with a mask and good job, it's me. I'm I don't know how that happened.
You had to be the only spectator in Tokyo.
It was insane. That was truly absolutely wild.
Wait, so were you there at what sports did you see in Tokyo?
Okay, so I was I saw gymnastics.
Did you see the women's team final?
No.
So you saw
how it happened was I was working with my friend LaChina Robinson. We were at our studio. And so I was watching all of the qualifying. So I saw all of the qualifying, and I saw one of my friends, she was working on the show, and she was everybody looks good, and I was watching. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
And then I couldn't watch the final, so I was watching it from the International Broadcasting Center. And I have to tell you, it was the most dramatic moment of
I know how it was in my
life.
fucking living room, so I can't imagine being around other people. Did you have to get tested every 2 seconds for COVID when you were there and get yanked out if you was that still that was happening in Tokyo?
Yes. In Tokyo, we had to do a spit COVID test every day. So every day we needed to turn in a vial of saliva. But I was in Beijing, and every day we had to do an oral and a nasal. And they did not give a fuck about how deep they went. I truly think that if they went any deeper, lobotomy.
When the weather changes, my skin needs some extra care. Between colder weather and the holidays fast approaching and the stress that brings, it can feel like nonstop stress to your system. And since I got my OneSkin, my skincare game is giving elevated. I love their OS1 Face and OS1 Body. It has been a beautiful step of my skincare routine. And the reason why is because they have a patented OS1 peptide, the first ingredient proven to target senescent cells, the root cause of wrinkles, crepiness, and loss of elasticity. And these results have now been validated in 5 different clinical studies. OneSkin also just launched their limited edition holiday sets, which I grabbed up for a few people in my life who I know are going to love it, including the Nightly Rewind gift set, which is one of those rare gifts that's both impressive and genuinely useful. For a limited time, try OneSkin for a 15% off using code JVN at oneskin.co/JVN. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Because you know what one good thing about Tokyo getting delayed by a year was for an Olympic fan?
Mm-hmm.
Then we got back-to-back Olympics, which was kind of fun. And then it was ooh, you only have to wait 3 years. And that was I already feel like, for 2028, like it's so fucking far. Cause like it was like 3 years and now it's like 4 and I'm like, fuck. Are you old enough to remember 1994? Were you born yet?
I was born in 1989.
Oh my God, so we were all, I was 87. So when I say 1994 figure skating, like women, like where does Nancy Kerrigan fit in for you? Where does like Tanya fit in for you? Like in your psyche? Like what do you like?
In my psyche,
in your world.
They are sort of like, they are people I've learned from history because they aren't who I started with.
Who do you start remembering?
Tara Lipinski, Michelle Kwan. I started skating in 2000. So I remember they're my first skating memory. I remember that my mom wanted to watch the figure skating on TV. I remember I made like paper medals at home.
Wait, so 2000, did you see, that was Michelle when she won 2000 and then defended her title in 2001. Do you remember that?
I remember it vividly. I remember exactly what the VHS, the label I made on that tape was. I remember, do you remember, obviously you remember when she
Red
defended
Violin.
her. Yes.
Yeah. And what about Maria? Do you remember Maria Butuskaya and those eyes?
Her.
Oh my God. Those eyes.
It's more fun to like look back at those characters now because I truly didn't appreciate how dramatic they were in the moment.
Yes. But yeah, Nancy, Tanya, Oksana, that was like something like that. Yeah, because I did go through that with them, but I was only like 6 and 7. So it's like I had like a limited understanding. Do you know my Oksana Baiul story? It's come up twice lately on the pod, but I do feel compelled to tell you.
I feel like third time's a charm.
I got her to, wait, so you don't want me to tell you?
No, I feel like third time's a charm. Do tell.
Oh, okay. So it was like 2019.
No, don't tell.
It was 2019.
Okay.
And she basically
I have an amazing one too, which
she blocked me on Instagram.
Okay, that's an amazing story in itself.
She blocked me because she basically said that the real president of Ukraine was Putin. And she was like, I really like Putin and I really like Trump. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what she said. And she had said something specifically about how Putin was the real president of Ukraine. So then I said, the real champion of the 1994 Women's Olympics was obviously Nancy Kerrigan. And you with your little fugly duggly double flip got by with a little bit of a pass because those judges were trying to teach you Americans a lesson because everyone thought it was Nancy's. And you just got a little bit lucky with your little Swan Lake. Oksana.
Which she didn't like.
In Vegas. But then I had a typo in there. There was actually 2 because I typed it too fast.
Yeah.
Then I tried to fix it, but then I thought, who tries to fix it? So then I screenshotted the typo and the fix for my Insta stories, and then she blocked me.
I will tell you, I think she's turned a corner because she was in a bit of like, I don't know.
Cult plays?
Yes. I don't know where she like aligns politically, but I will tell you she's very like calls out every single Russian skater or every person who's Ukrainian who's like done Russian shows. She's
really
all the time.
Did you think it was a language barrier thing? Do you think we got like
no, because she was really grumpy. Like she was like, God bless our president. But it felt a little psychotic. She feels like on the other side of it now.
Well, because I just feel like when in her pro career, I don't know if you remember her like little Aladdin like routine in her like pro career.
The Feeling Begins. I remember it, and she had like the headdress. Obviously, she loved the headdress. She had that little like cup that looked like an egg could go in it.
And
right?
it's like, how could she be a trumpet?
Yeah,
like she was so cute.
Well, I think like drugs.
Oh, well, she did have that DUI.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently she used to go to this Victoria's Secret in Connecticut and like try on all these clothes and like spill stuff on everything and just like cuss everyone out in the store. No, I've been told that several times in my DMs after the great blocking of 2019.
Well, do you know how she got the DUI? She was underage. But that's not what I want to share with you. What I want to share is like she was driving and she was with this like skating agent who's like still in the sport today, Ari Zakarian.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, that's Ilia Malinin's agent. So they're in the car together and she said that she was overcome by the music, that she was dancing and she just like—
Oh my God, that actually really resonates.
Yeah, it does. I knew it would.
Yeah.
So I do think that she is, because she talks a lot about like
but she
recently.
was drunk.
Well.
With the agent.
That, I mean.
So wait, do you feel like there could have been something like
bad?
Yeah. I mean, she was drunk with an adult in the car.
Well, I mean, that was the 90s.
Wow. I mean, Ilia. Talk about Ilia.
Uh-huh.
I mean, wait.
Yeah.
You're not obsessed?
No, I am.
Yeah, I mean, I just
No,
feel
I
like,
am.
because I also feel like,
I thought you were gonna say something more.
no, I just feel like, yeah, it was like a little jumpy. Like the transitions weren't so great like last season, but this season I feel like he's really telling a story.
Okay.
I feel like the skating skills are coming somewhere or going somewhere. I feel like I'm liking better.
I think the thing about Ilia Malinin, so he's
For
like,
the uninformed,
yes, I was just gonna say.
Ilia Malinin is this like 17-year-old.
He's like 20 something.
Oh, he's a 20-year-old prodigy, and he's got like the craziest jumps you've ever seen. He's got first ever quad axel, obviously 4.5 revolutions. He just really, really quaddy, just very gifted jumper. I also have to say though, the person that filmed that little like cranberry jump of his at this last ISU thing where they like did a deep, deep zoom in of that like an amazing jump, that really pissed me off. So these camera people need to get it together. And I think that I should start doing like a thing with them just to be like, don't zoom in on this part. You know?
So with the cameras, it's like, that's all, like we just get the feeds from like where the camera work is being done. So if it's like you're watching a competition in France, that's the French.
They need to take you and I to go tell the camera people, like, at least to like, just like, don't zoom, like for the practice runs, they should have the camera people come shoot the practices so that they can like practice not zooming in on such important parts.
Practice not zooming in.
Yeah, because like you want the whole thing there.
Yes.
But anyway, Ilia's the reigning world champion, I think.
He's a two-time world champion.
Two-time world champion now. And people were very critical of like how good the jumps were, but like maybe the transitions, the feeling, the skating skills like weren't, like the artistic component wasn't slaying as hard. I accurately described, right?
Yeah. So he is a two-time world champion. He's like a multiple-time national champion at this point. You're going to see him a lot throughout the Olympics. He's like a heavy, heavy favorite for gold. And he's been skating.
He goes out on the ice and lifts up or pulls his tights down and takes like a fucking massive dump or like gets 2 broken ankles, he's probably gonna win.
Yeah, because at this point he probably could even afford 1 broken ankle.
Yeah, and like a shart.
Yeah,
like
a warning shart.
Yes, not a full dump.
So yes, people have been like, he just focuses too much on the jumps, but I think that people are like less focused on like I think his like best quality is that he's not afraid to be like embarrassing or to like just push the limits, because I think his costuming and his packaging, it's very like avant-garde. His costumes, like it's like a corset that has like big sleeves. Like he is really trying to put a lot of himself into these programs. I don't think it's everybody's cup of tea, but I really appreciate somebody who's like willing to take risks like that, especially when that's like not even their forte, right?
That just is so funny to me, is like, because I feel like you have to have more of like you're just more aware of like degular people's opinions of this because you cover it like at, in mass.
Yes.
Whereas for me in my house, like I watch it alone and I'm not with anyone else. And so like when I see his costumes, I'm just like,
ew.
No, not at all. I'm like, what a great outfit. It just doesn't seem like that avant-garde. I'm like, yeah, great. It's like perfect. It's like, yeah, it's like a great outfit.
I think it's like not what you'd expect somebody like Ilia to wear. I think you'd expect him to be like, I want to look like a speed skater. I want to look like a soldier.
Yeah, because you know what? Nathan Chen, I feel like, was like the biggest defender of that, who we love so much. But I mean,
of course,
the fuggliest, dougliest, like butch for butch, mask for mask. Yeah, I'm a skater, but I'm not fucking gay.
Yes.
Ugly outfits I've ever seen. And I don't know what Ilia Malinin's like sexual orientation is, but it definitely feels like he is like not afraid of like a little performance and a little costuming. And I just think that's really sweet. But also my assumption is, I feel like he's giving me like straight Russian who just likes a flourish.
I mean, I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think we need more straights who are like down with the corset. Like I think it's like Darren Criss, like when he was like, thanks like to my wife, and then I was like, your wife?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's great. Yeah, good for you. Good for these people. For these straight people with their style.
I think that's exactly like the right impression. But that's what I like about him, is that he definitely has some sort of like POV and that he's actually doing it. Yes, I really do like that.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I actually really like him. And I do, but wait, skating skills. I feel like they're not that bad. Or were people just being like rude?
Well, I mean, like, so when they talk about skating skills and like the quality of his skating, they're comparing it against, he has a rival who's the Olympic silver medalist from 2022, Yuma Kageyama, who is just one of the best skaters that like I've ever seen in my life. fabulous skating, incredible. It's very classic. It's very beautiful. Nobody can skate better than him. And so it's just, they're comparing, apples to oranges.
Will you tell me something really quick if I'm describing this right?
Okay.
Okay, for like skating skills. Ready? Okay. So it's like the depth of your edge is like a good skating skill. Like how like far deep is the edge on like your inside edge or your outside edge? Like, because if you're more on top of your blade, like that's not as like fab, but like deep edges is like a sign of good skating skill. Or like on your spin, staying like really centered or like increasing your speed in like the middle of the spin is like another and like not like too much like snowy or like scrapiness.
Exactly.
And then other good skating skills would just be like good technique on your jumps, right?
Yes.
And then would another good skating skill be like the balance of like the program, like how much ice you take up, or is that more of like artistic component, like not so much a skating skill?
That would be more like program composition. But the skating skills, I mean, you're exactly right. That we're basically like, if you're watching somebody skate and you're watching like something back to back and something looks effortless, the easier somebody can make something look, it usually means the better they are at it. And so when you look at the skating, when there's less like snow coming up, like you were saying, or if there's like less like toe picks, or when it just feels like it's like flowing through, that's a sign of really great skating. It's a sign of somebody who has really great skating skills.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever had an intrusive thought pop up in your head where you're like, did I make them upset? And then you just couldn't let it go? Hours of ruminating about it, replaying it over and over. Experiences like that can be signs of OCD. And if that surprises you, you're not alone. Real OCD often looks like unwanted, intrusive thoughts that latch onto what matters most to you: your relationships, your values, your sense of who you are. The good news is OCD is highly treatable with the right kind of therapy. That's where NoCD comes in. NoCD is the world's leading provider of OCD treatment, and all of their therapists specialize in ERP therapy. That's exposure and response prevention, the gold standard treatment for OCD. It's 100% virtual and covered by insurance for over 155 million Americans. And you can even get support between sessions, so you're not doing this alone. If any of this sounds like you, visit nocd.com to book a free call and learn more about how they can help. That's nocd.com. What female skater do you think should have had a world medal that does not have a world medal?
Okay. I mean,
I have a really strong opinion on this, just that leaps into my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a Russian skater, Alyona Kosternaya, who I feel like she should absolutely have been a world champion.
And she would have been.
Yes.
Yes.
I think she would have been.
Yeah.
Now, can I hear yours? Because I feel like it will help
Riga
me.
Kahira.
Oh.
And specifically, and I am a big Yevgenia Medvedeva stan. She did unfollow me on Instagram. She also, which is fine. She used to follow me, then it's not a big deal.
Unfollowed.
She unfollowed me. She followed me and she unfollowed me. It is true. Also, I one time did do.
Kind of like loving the backstory.
She unfollowed me and she unfollowed me and it was really devastating. But, and I'm a big Medvedeva stan.
Yeah.
I actually think I get why Zagitova won in 2018, but I long felt that, if you wouldn't have given her the bonuses for everything being backloaded, I think Yevgenia probably would have won.
Yes.
And because it was so close. And to me, I think her skating is so beautiful. And I don't care that she can't do an outside edge on her lutz. I don't care. And no one can ever.
A lot of
care about
judges didn't care either.
Yeah, they really didn't.
No.
I mean, it's
they were like, don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, it was like gay stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do feel like in 2019, when she got bronze and Rika got fourth,
Yes.
I always felt that should have been Rika's bronze and not Yevgenia's. Because that last double axel was literally more than a quarter. I can't believe she didn't need hip surgery on the ice from torquing that thing around. It was I still remember it very clearly. So that for me is the biggest one.
I mean, she was an amazing skater. It's always so now that I don't compete and I watch a lot of it. I see more some of the most amazing skaters who don't make it all the way through to the potential that we see that they can go. And that is always really frustrating to watch.
I love that one queen, that Swedish queen, Josephine.
Italia Guard.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I just love that lady.
I know.
She's so cute.
She is a great lady.
Okay. Biggest. Okay. Fuck, marry, kill. That dance sequence. You know, when you gotta
the character step, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. No, not nice dance. It's when you have to do the steps, your step sequence.
Okay, step sequence. Okay, let's step sequence.
Backspins.
Okay, let's step sequence backspin. I think I'm gonna fuck Lutz.
Yeah, because your Lutz is like, you guys, you do not understand how cunty Adam's Lutz is. Like it's like really pretty. Like brings to your size, like really pretty.
Okay, fuck Lutz.
Yeah.
Marry. I'm gonna marry backspin, and I'm gonna kill step sequence.
And would you say that you were marrying the backspin because it's the basis of the Lutz?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna marry the backspin because when you like bring your friends to the rink and they don't know how to skate, nothing will get them more like absolutely like mesmerized than a backspin.
It's like backspins are kind of like why I don't skate as much. I mean, I still do skate, but like I cannot fucking get it back. I can spin on my left leg really good, but my right leg, I just cannot get it together and it makes me so sad.
No, you can.
Elliot's got to break me through on this like backspin. My backspin is like the bane of my existence. Here's a male skater who I think should have a world medal that doesn't. But wait.
Yeah?
Because you don't have a world medal.
I don't know.
That's one. And also I think Jason Brown is one.
He is another one. Yeah. Where it's just, he's kind of a skater where you just like, you watch him skate and you just kind of assume that he does.
I think it was like 3 years ago or something. Mm-hmm. There was like, it's a Grand Prix series. He did a really good quad sow and quad toe in his long program that year. And I was like, ooh, this is his year. And then like by the time I got to Worlds, he like took it out again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get it.
Oh, it's hard.
It's hard.
Because it's just like Sundays just don't feel it.
Even with like, I think like there's so many quads in skating now. I think like the technique has really advanced so far. And I think somebody like Jason and myself, like we started skating at a time when like people didn't even think that stuff was like possible. And then when we like were up and coming, there was like the new judging system happened and they weren't really important. It was more important to like be a better skater. So like we focused on that when really it would have been it would have been better if like maybe at that time, instead of focusing on things that were gaining more points at that time, we were focused more on like changing the technique of the quads and stuff. So I feel like he's spent a career like up against kind of the time of skating when he was like coming up in.
Okay, I have a really good question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, these have all been really good questions.
Let's say like championship league, like if everyone was in their prime.
Yes.
Oksana, Michelle, Kwan, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm thinking
Collins. You're like,
Michelle Collins. I want to know how we think she would. I think she could have really been a great ice dancer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the drama.
Oh my God. Yes.
So
in the
pretty.
looks.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
It was her bob. Get out.
No, she'd be, Michelle Collins would be absolutely completely furious if she got a score she didn't think that she deserved.
Her
she
kiss
would
and
be,
cries.
not even her interviews after.
Oh, they would have been so good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is what I want to realize.
Okay.
From every like world and Olympic podium after 1994, who is your personal fucking podium in terms of skating skills?
Okay.
Actually, not personality, like only skating.
Okay. Who are a few of like my
Podium.
Okay.
Not a few. I want like in order, bronze, silver, and gold. And I can give you mine if that's too much pressure.
No, I want you to give yours so that we can align on like what we're talking.
Well,
not even align. I'm willing to kind of disagree, but let's hear yours.
My bronze, I'm going to have to give to Christy Yamaguchi.
Yeah.
Mostly for her triple toe in 1992.
Nobody talked about it.
They didn't talk about it enough.
No.
And so she is going to be my third. My second already makes me want to fucking honestly hang myself. It makes me so upset that I have to say it.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah, of course.
It's Sarah Hughes. It really, like, even saying it out of my mouth, it's like, I hate it. It makes me so upset. I'm still not over Michelle's bronze that year, but I just think like a triple Salchow triple loop and a triple loop in 2002.
I mean,
Mitt Romney was there.
Yeah.
I also was just saying this literally today. I think that program would still probably get on the podium with better transitional elements because, like, obviously it's just a different time. I just feel like that program really fucking holds up.
I mean, that was an incredible skate. Like that, like Sarah Hughes 2002 Olympics was like, that was, we needed that as a nation. That was like a few months after 9/11.
Yes.
We needed that.
And she never skated that well before or again.
No.
I mean, she really pulled it out like talking about peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
And for that alone, I have to say, and then obviously my number one is Michelle Kwan because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my number one is also Michelle Kwan. Like
Yeah.
there's just so many like iconic moments with Michelle.
Top secret thing that she did tell me from her, like she told me this to my gay face. She did say there was 2 summers, but it always happened off season where she did have a triple toe.
That makes me really mad.
And it makes so much sense to me because the flow out of the triple double was just so much there and it was so consistent. And she just said it was like always like after Worlds and would like throw it a couple times. God, it's there. And then like to let her body rest and then it was like not there.
Yeah.
So I just thought, wow, how interesting.
I know.
Okay, so bronze.
Okay, bronze. I think for bronze, I'm gonna have to say, Tara Lipinski because she's she is who inspired me to get on the ice first. So we have to give credit it's due.
Yeah, and I've talked about this. I have not gotten to the place of forgiveness that I wish that I was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I
maybe
get that.
one day you will.
She deserved it.
Yes.
She deserved it. And I did finally get myself ready to say that about 2019.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it did take about 20 years.
21. Yeah. 21. Yeah. And that's when I went back and rewatched it and I was like, okay, fine. Mm-hmm. She outskated her that day.
I'm going to have to say my silver is I'm an Oksana Baiul truther. Because,
which has come up for us before.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, because the way that she skates and moves, I don't think I've ever seen somebody move like that on the ice.
I will give you that. The ankles.
The body, the hips, like I still think about some of those like programs. I'll go back and watch them. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody still move like that.
So I think of her movement as very ankle forward. And I feel like you're not.
Oh, I'm hip.
Yeah,
hip
you're
side
hip,
to side. You're ankle forward, I'm hip left and right.
It was like the on those. And I think, and you know what I'd also give you her for generally, and like was to me more of a shocker than 94 was 93 Worlds.
Yeah.
That was the one that I did not see that coming then or now because I've recently watched 1993 Worlds because I was like going through it. And I don't think they thought she was going to win either.
No.
No one saw it coming.
She was like silver at the European Championships, but she skated. That's like her best free skate she's ever done is that World Championships.
It really was. Yeah, that triple Lutz was like really
everything
big.
was solid as a rock.
You were so right. Honorable mention for your co-host, Moulin Rouge, Ashley Wagner, 2016 Worlds. That makes me physically cry every time I see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that fucking Yevgenia and her little like poor Atari's like deaf kit, that really like took me there. Now, speaking of Atari and 2026, we're last question here for figure skating, and then we're gonna roll into like what we came here for.
Yeah.
I know I said I was gonna talk about
this is part of it though. I mean, what did you expect?
Yeah, we have to. I mean, I'm a person.
We're gonna talk about finances, the government shutdown? I mean, of course we were gonna talk about this.
What choice did I have?
Yeah.
So 2026, what are your predictions for 2026?
So for 2026, like in the women's, I think, one, we still haven't like announced any of our teams.
We don't even know, but I think softly, I know for US, and I think I know who our alternate is, barring injuries. Mm-hmm.
I would say that like, in my mind, if I had to make a prediction, I think that we have a 3-time world champion. She's the reigning world silver medalist. Oh my God, what is her
Carrie
name?
Sakamoto.
Yes, sorry. Oh my God.
Okay, it's okay. It's been a long day.
I have to apologize.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, so Kari Sakamoto, I think that she'll be on that podium, if not the gold medalist. There's another Japanese woman who, like, if she's on the team, I could see her making a threat.
Wakaba?
Ami Nakai.
Oh, yeah, because I was like, Wakaba's really injured right now. It's making me so sad.
I know.
I cried on Skate America.
Yeah.
That, like, literally made me, like, I snortled at, like, 3 in the afternoon, like, crying.
Okay. And is that why you had to watch 93 Worlds?
No, that was a different day.
Okay, a different spiraling.
Yeah, that was a different day. Yeah. But what about that one girl on the Japanese team it's like her first senior year and she's doing like clouds of grace?
That's her, Ami Nakai.
She's really good.
Yes, she is.
When I saw her long program for the first time this year, I was like, it's like in like a movie and you're like, New Girl on the Block. Like her team really got her the fuck together. Like that packaging or whatever is like chef's kiss.
Yeah, she's very good. There's another Japanese woman, Monet Chiba, who's just like very consistent.
And she got second at Skate America, right?
She
or no, that's a different girl.
Yeah, that was Rinka Watanabe.
And I think she could really I really like her.
I mean, if she's on the team.
Who's your Japanese team, do you think?
I think that the Japanese team is going to be Kaori Sakamoto, Ami Nakai, and Monet Chiba. That's who I think.
And then the alternate will be
Rinka Watanabe.
Rinka.
I think so. But Rion Sumiyoshi, she's another one who could still make
And
that team.
so much between now and their because Japanese nationals is like around Christmas, isn't it? Yes. That's going to be a knives out fight.
Yes.
And then obviously for your broadcasting career, I don't want you to have to go out and say something about America, but I'll tell you who I think.
Please.
Obviously, I think it's going to be Alyssa Liu, and it's going to be Isabeau Levito, and it's going to be Amber Glenn, and I think our girl Brady's going to be the alternate.
I think that sounds like that is something that could happen.
Yes.
But again, like they were all three of those girls were at the World Championships. They've been having a great season, but I think you should never count Brady out of it.
She's so consistent.
And she's like, she has this, like the experience too.
And I love her programs this year. I love her programs this year. So for your podium, you're thinking I didn't let you finish your podium.
It's really, so I think that there's going to be a Japanese woman, if not 2 or 3 on the podium. It could be
a sweep.
It could be.
I can't see them all 3 beating Petrosian and Miss Glenn.
Well, I think Petrosian is like on the outskirts of like who could be on the podium.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Do you think I feel like she was really like not doing it full out. I feel like she was just getting her spot at that little like top 5 competition. She did not do her triple axel. She wasn't doing any quads. And on TikTok, they're looking pretty consistent.
I think that she could make a case for herself, but I do think that like she's up. I think that like so Ateri Tuparitsa is the like basically the most infamous coach in
call her
skating.
Stoneface.
She's the one who's like drugging up the teenagers in Beijing.
Yes, really intense bleach and tone curly hair.
Yeah,
but coat game and bag game to die for.
Yeah, nobody can compare.
Ethics, integrity, not sure.
She could do better.
She could probably do better.
Yeah, she could stop probably hitting her students.
Yeah, she shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
A part of me has a soft spot for her.
Me too. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I love a like abusive Russian woman, and I always have. I think it's because of Anastasia.
I mean, there is something about her where you're like, I like it.
Because you know how like different, like me and you and like Johnny, we're also different. But any like American gay who likes figure skating,
we get it.
Just has an affinity for like an abusive Russian woman.
Yeah. So because you want to appease them.
Yeah.
Because you know when you do, there's nothing better.
And it's going to feel so good.
It will.
Yeah,
and then it'll feel really bad.
It's going to feel so bad.
Yeah.
When I have a dislocated hip and like and no future.
When your career is over.
Yeah, my body is like in shambles. But at least I had a dream. Yeah, it was really beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she has really famous for like coaching these teenagers to like Olympic glory. And when I say teenagers, I really mean like they're
Literal.
15, 16, and that seems to be kind of the max.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times when her students get to like 17, 18 years old, I think that her like training methods, she gets them to be very good very quickly. And then by the time they're 17, 18, their bodies change. They deal with a lot of injuries. And I don't think we've ever seen a student like of hers be successful at the age that Petrosian is. So I think it'll be really interesting to see if she's able to like keep her healthy.
Is Petrosian 18, 19?
Well, so that we've changed the age restrictions. So like you have to be at least 17 by a certain time to be at the Olympics. So we'll never see another 15 or 16-year-old Olympic champion anymore. And that's sort of the new hurdle of like that Russian mentality of like get them out there, get them going. Because girls develop like and can like be very good skaters a lot sooner than the boys can. I think just girls like have more body awareness. They're a bit smarter. Like they just get it. They get it sooner. And boys, it takes like some more time because they need some strength. They need to like get more like body coordination. But the girls, they can get it really soon. And then their next like hurdle as an athlete is to like get through puberty.
And not get injured. Yeah, because it's like with figure skating, it's like you change anything on like your hips or your chest and it like throws off your center of gravity. And then the thing that you've been doing your whole life all of a sudden does not feel like that anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, I cannot. I didn't really understand that at all like before, but I feel like making friends with so many figure skaters and then like learning to skate myself a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I understand it a little bit more now. Not like going through puberty on skating, but you know what I'm saying. How interesting.
Yeah.
Transitioning away from figure skating. Pivots. For people that need to know about a pivot out here, what was that like? I mean, I feel like you being a competitive athlete, and I think you've talked a lot about this in your work, that is really scary, like changing this idea that you have of yourself. Like your day-to-day is going to look different. So for someone who's preparing for a new chapter in their life, what advice can you give them for finding a new era in their lives?
I think going from being like a competitive athlete into kind of the hardest thing was that you could be anything you want. Because at least when I was like an athlete, I knew what like the end goal should be. And it would be like to go to the Olympics or whatever. And you know, the more that like I was in that space, the more I realized that like it was really more about like pushing myself and being the best I could be. Obviously, I still always wanted to go to the Olympics, which I was able to, and I'm so grateful for.
And I got a medal.
Yeah. But then when I started working like in entertainment and started, you know, doing so many different things, I thought like, do I have to choose one and like buckle down and focus on it? And it was a big adjustment to realize I didn't. And actually the more like nets I cast out, the better it would be. Because I felt like almost I should be giving something 100% because that's what I did. And that's how I found success. And the other thing was that I just needed to go into things and I needed to just act like I knew what I was doing. Because I realized that that's not a unique experience to feel like you don't know what you're doing. Almost everyone has felt that, even like the most successful people.
Yeah.
So I always, when I'm doing something that I've never done before, or I might be a little bit nervous about, I just pretend that I'm fully confident in it. And I just pretend and act like the version of me that knows everything. And eventually it catches up with my reality. Yeah.
I love that. So wait, so you were retired from skating in after the Olympics in Pyeongchang.
Yes.
And then you meet your now huzzy and JP, JP, thank God. I don't, my dyslexia like really came in. So, and then you meet JP, who is like this tall, Finnish, stunning man. He's like, how did you guys meet?
So we met on Tinder and I was at a competition. This is like before the Olympics. And so I was at a competition in Finland and I was like,
Finlandia?
You know, exactly.
Oh my God.
The trophy.
Yes. The Finlandia trophy. I love that one.
So I
can't believe that's what brought you guys together.
Yeah. Well, I was like, wouldn't it be so random if I met a European husband?
And he's so tall and muscular.
And he's so nice too and beautiful.
Yes.
He is so beautiful.
You're so cute together and you're so like muscular and not tall. And so the two of you together are just so cute, you know? It's really giving balance.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to give.
Yes.
Was balance.
It really looks like you guys But so you guys met in Finlandia?
No, we matched on Tinder at Finlandia.
But you didn't meet at the competition?
No,
you had to focus.
Well, so the competition started. I had to get in the zone. He was going on vacation. So I couldn't even get out of the zone after, right? So we never met. And then
did you get on the podium in that competition? And if not, it was probably because you were distracted by that Finnish Deka. You did? You're such a good athlete. Dick's gonna distract you.
Prioritize.
Yes.
Dick later, podium now, right? So
that's why I could have never made it as an athlete. Just dick hungry all the time.
So we then sort of stayed in touch through like social, like on Instagram, like we were just kind of messaging back and forth. And then that sort of turned into like us talking every day. And then a few months later and after the Olympics, he was like, I have friends in LA. He didn't. And I was like, and so he was going to come out to LA and where I live. And we met for the first time, like at the Tom Bradley terminal at LAX. And
that's crazy.
Yeah. We had never met before, but like we had FaceTimed a bunch. We had like been sending like, you know, little like voice memos and all of that stuff.
My husband and I were long distance, like, cause he was in London and I was in New York when we met. And I do feel like for some personalities, at least for our relationship, it was really good because it like really allowed us to like get to know each other like more slowly. And I feel like had we been in the same city, I'd have been like, get me pregnant. Like after 2 minutes. And then I probably would have like not, but he didn't get me pregnant for such a long time that he really.
And I hope you do one day.
I know, I keep trying. But he really made me like, I feel like the distance like made me like not ever get uninterested. Whereas like when you're in the same city as someone is like, there's just so many gays.
Right.
But I really like a long distance because it creates like that like illusion of distance.
Well, I was also like, I'm never going to meet this guy. So I might as well try out being honest. It worked.
That's so sweet. And then he moves to LA. And then you guys got a dog.
We have two dogs.
Two dogs.
Tony and Tracy.
I feel like I've been following you guys for so long. I love your guys' life. So you have Tony and Tracy. And then this whole time you've been like a podcasting diva. You've been hosting. You wrote
One
two,
book.
yeah, one. Do you ever want to do another one?
I would do another one.
I would read it. I would listen to it. I would consume the fuck out of it. But now your most recent venture on IG that I saw, that I am really just.
Yeah, me too.
The med spa.
Yes.
So I really want to tell you about all my things. Wait, how much time?
5 minutes left.
Oh my God. Okay. Med spa. It's one of my most favorite pivots. And I did not see it coming out of you. So what happened?
I've always loved like getting a treatment done. Listen, I'm no stranger to like an in and out procedure. I love it.
Yes.
And I had a friend that I was going to, and she was like, I want to start my own thing, but there's all of these like things I need to do. So I don't know if I'll ever do it. And one of those things was that like, we needed to find a medical director, and we needed to find somebody who was like an MD who might like be the head of her clinic. And I had a friend who's a doctor. I was like, let me talk to them. And it started being this like thing where I was starting to like help her a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I would love to, because as you know really well, like in entertainment, you're working like every day for like 2 weeks, and then you could be doing nothing for 7 months.
Yeah.
And in that 7 months, I do absolutely feel like I'm going to drop dead. I want to kill myself. And so I am too young to die.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think like having a business would be something that I would love to have. It's something that's like consistent. I love this space. I know what I wish was different when I was like starting to like get Botox or facials or lasers, peels, like all of that stuff. I know like how I would have liked that to be. And so I went to her and I was like, would you ever want to do something together? And she was like, oh my God, like in a heartbeat. So for the past like year and a half, we've been like trying to find it. And now I somehow know about like commercial real estate.
Yeah, because you got your place.
Yeah, we just got it. So we got it like within the last few months. But now, so I know about like commercial real estate. I'm like trying to start this business, and hopefully we'll be open sometime in the beginning, maybe even January of next year.
And it's in LA, obviously.
Yes. It's going to be in Arcadia, California. And so it's called the Atami Aesthetics Club.
Arcadia, California. Isn't that the home of a lot of figure skaters?
Mirai Nagase.
Yes. Yes.
It's right outside of Pasadena.
Yes. So it's going to be over there.
Yes.
Kind of like Upper East Side.
Yeah. It's the Upper East Side of LA.
Yes.
I live on the East Side of LA. So we wanted something that was like close by.
I was a Los Feliz girl too.
Oh, so
for
you
my
get
last few
it.
years in LA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I love the East Side.
I love it.
Okay, so at this place, we're going to be doing our injectables. We're going to be doing our biostimulators. We're going to be doing our fillers. We're going to be doing lasers. We're going to be.
Yes.
You know what you should also do?
Tell me.
I worked at the salon in St. Louis for like 6 months. It was 2012. It was a different time.
Okay.
But they had this room where they had like the red light caps, and they would charge people a subscription. And it was like so-and-so a month, and you could come in like 3 times a week for like 20 minutes. They just always had like the TV on, and you could just, but like some version of like red light cap subscription therapy in one of the rooms. I feel like you could make a fucking killing.
Well, I'm obviously getting a big like red light device, because red light is amazing. Because I'm not, like the like injectables, like filler and stuff isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
So I want there to be like alternatives for people to still see like regenerative.
There's this place in New York called Remedy, and it's
Okay.
like you can go to like the sauna, and they have like a hyperbaric chamber, and they have like the red light stuff. And on my GLP-1 journey, I've got like,
We'll have GLP-1s too.
oh, I love a GLP-1. I'm like a big fan, obviously. But it really gave me like the bad stomach laxicity. Like I got when I do plank, I got the stomach laxicity. Like from the side, it takes my breath away. And the first time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that I had that. I didn't even know until I took my top off in front of a mirror for the first time. And I was like, the fuck? Could not believe it. So I was wondering, do you think that a hyperbaric chamber would like tighten that shit? Or I'm going to have to get skin removal surgery, aren't I?
I think that there's things that you can do. You could probably do like
I already did Sculptra, and I did Sculptra all over it. And I also did Ulthera all over it.
Yeah, very good.
And it maybe reduced it by like an inch. I also did Sculptra and
which is
Ulthera.
a huge improvement.
Not when you got a fucking Sharpay's fucking face hanging off the side in front of your stomach, it's like, it's not what I was looking for.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like an inch is a lot of like.
I think I might be being generous. Like I just didn't want to light my $4,500 on fire and throw it out the window.
No,
I don't know if it really made that much of a difference. But
well,
on my face,
with those, it takes months.
I did it in fucking February and June.
Okay.
And like,
So it's been months.
Yes. But on my face, it really helped. Like my neck was so pulled off the front from losing 80 pounds. And the Ulthera on my neck and my jaw snatched that shit so fucking tight and it stayed snatched. So I just think with Ulthera, it needs to be close to a bone. This is my theory.
Okay.
And I think that's why it didn't snatch my stomach that hard because there's just like not enough bones. Like my hip bones, maybe it did, but I already had cute hip bones.
Probably also more skin.
Yeah, just, and less bones and so much skin.
And it always comes back to bones.
My most morbid fantasy is that I get skin removal surgery and then they're able to like, they're able to preserve my stomach skin and I get a Birkin that's like a touch JVN skin. So like the flap could just be my stomach.
That's been our time, actually. I'm going to leave.
No, I think it'd be like so rare. I'm Selena Gomez, girl. It's super fucking rare because it's like there's only like one of one. Like my stomach,
I do think... I think why not? So you want to do you want it like a line through the bag, or are you thinking like a wallet?
You know a Birkin, right? Like
yes.
So there's this thing in Hermes culture where it's called like a touch, and it'll be like a touch lizard, a touch alligator, a touch where it's like the main body of it is like one leather, but then like that flap and then the belt is like a different leather. So I was thinking it could be like a touch JVN. Like the flap and the belt is my stomach skin on top of like some really stunning. I can't believe that is the thing that like I lost you with. I thought it was shade.
No, you've had me, but I'm like, how do we get more than a touch? Like, so
I can't do I don't have that much stomach skin. I have like a good, probably like, I think I could probably do like a 25 centimeter touch flap. But here's what I want to know from you.
Yeah.
Call her daddy Megan Fox style.
Yeah. Yes. What am I doing?
Yes, because your face looks really fucking good. What's everything that's happened?
Okay.
Because it doesn't look very different, but you know what I feel like? We can edit all of this out if you don't like
no,
this.
I love all of this stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you the biggest thing, but I do want all of the guesses.
Your jaw for me is really like giving me like the shivers.
Okay.
Like your jaw is really it's like, I feel like this is really like defined and stunning, but not like that dumb way that like when some guys like overfill their jaws and you're like, what are you doing?
Yes.
There's one person in particular, God bless him, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But yeah, but I feel like, was there anything on the jaw? No, that's just because you're just an Olympic athlete. You just always have like a really good jaw.
Well, so like I have, like my.
You know what you also have that's really good naturally is your Adam's apple. It is so like.
Really?
Yeah, it's like so like defined and like manly in the middle of your neck. And mine's like so just like not, I wish I just like, I love like big Adam's apples.
Do you?
Yeah, I want to put my finger on them.
I actually don't like that I have one. It makes me sick to my stomach to like touch it.
Tan has like the biggest one, and I love to put my index finger like right here on it.
I think I would actually upchuck if somebody
love that.
touched it.
I love it. I mean, yours, I can see right where my index finger should go. Yeah, I love them. I think they're so interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what got stuck there?
So what did you do to your face?
So I, to be fair, this is what I really
just
think.
Just laser?
I mean, I've gotten peels, Botox,
Yeah, tell me about
laser.
the peels, because the quality of your skin, poreless. It is so poreless. Is it just because you're like 30?
Well,
you're 2 years younger than me.
I'm 36.
6.
It's because I get it regularly. It's because I get like peels and lasers. Like I do it regularly.
What lasers?
I've done Clear and Brilliant. I love Clear and Brilliant.
Is that like no downtime? What's a good one for no downtime?
You would love Clear and Brilliant.
And what is it?
It's basically, it's like an IPL laser.
Ooh, I know IPL.
So it's like very good. And it's, like it's an in and out where basically in like 2 weeks it'll all of a sudden you'll look rejuvenated. I really like microneedling and
You do?
Yeah, I think microneedling is amazing.
I have not tried this yet.
Oh, you would absolutely love it. And I was gonna suggest that like if you've not tried it, another great thing to do for like your loose skin could be microneedling.
Isn't there two kinds? Like, isn't there one that gets like really, really hot and they're getting sued because they couldn't tell how hot it was? But then there's like a more classic one that's like not as scary.
Well, there's something called RF microneedling where it's like radio frequency and it goes a bit deeper. It's like Morpheus 8.
Yeah, and I heard that that's the one that people are not liking because it's too aggressive and they're getting sued because it was like too hot.
Shot in the head,
okay, so
Abraham Lincoln style, then get that fucking Morpheus
8. What is the good microneedling?
It's just like you can get something called it's called like Rejuvapen or Skin Pen. Which is just like a brand of microneedling device. But it's amazing. It is amazing, and it's really great for like when you create like the basically like when you puncture the skin, you're creating like a injury, and the skin will then like regenerate.
Yes. Okay. You guys, we're gonna get into more skincare and more beauty stuff on our Patreon, which like I think this might be the cruelest cliffhanger that I've ever done with someone. Like as far as like You really probably should get on the Patreon because like I have so many more like scintillating questions. So I'm sorry for that. Now that you're on the other side of your pivot, is there like a little sense of like hope or wonder or advice that you can send our listeners off with to prepare them for their next pivot?
I would say that like the version who I am now is the version that like happened after I missed making the Olympic team for the second time. And I think that like I had this like dream of something that I wanted. And when I didn't make it for the second time, I thought that dream was like completely over and it wasn't going to happen. And then I just stopped kind of giving a fuck. And I really focused on just wanting to do the best I could do. And then whatever happened, happened. And that mentality helped me get to the Olympics. And it's not so like linear where it's like, it just works. You don't give a fuck, right? Like you obviously do give a fuck, but like, it's just like letting go of the expectations and just with every situation that you're presented with, just do your best. And then even if it's like really bad, at least learn something from it. Don't be embarrassed. Nobody cares. And I say this like with all the like love in my heart, nobody cares about you.
It's like a Lexus. No one cares, David.
Exactly. Nobody does care. Everybody's so focused on their own like journey and life. And maybe for a second they'll go, oh, that's weird. But then they'll forget about it. So don't be afraid to be like embarrassing. Don't be afraid to fail because you'll have all of those failures. And I failed a million times, but I look back and I'm so grateful that I at least took the chance.
Oh, so what I hear you saying is when you're preparing for your pivot, your worth is not tied to your results.
Exactly.
And just show up and do your best and like trust the universe is going to like hopefully take care of the rest.
Exactly. Learn from your mistakes and make them.
Yes, Tyra, learn from your mistakes. You're rooting for you.
Exactly.
Adam, I love you so much. Thanks for coming on.
Love you.
Come get our Patreon if you want a little bit more beauty talk, you guys.